Welcome, everyone. It's good to see you. How's everybody doing? Um, all right, so I see people are talking and saying, I thought this was going to be about Bill Cosby. Well, it was. And then I realized this was more important. I realized that more people in this community care about um, Summer and not Bill. So so I decided to change it up at the last minute because I can do that because I felt like it. And also, like I said, because more people in this community care more about Summer than they do about Bill. So now that's not to minimize Bill Cosby's victims. We will go over a little bit of that later on, but because I do know that we're all pretty upset about it, but we're going to talk a little bit about that, but that's not going to be the main topic. Let me say hello to everybody here real quick. Okay, Katie 2, Jennifer Eggleston, Sarah Vocek, Nicole H. And by the way, for those of you who've been following the James Hutchinson case, today is Little Hutch's birthday. He would have been 7 years old today. So lots of prayers for him. Beans or Bob, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Giacomo, Perfectly Imperfect, Prison Mike, welcome to the team. Patty Whack, Chrissy Nixon, Louisiana Girl, always good to see you. Saying Almost Fire, also always good to see you. Maud Math, man, this is the only name that I always get stuck on, dude. Maud Mathaldi, Mathaldi, H. Faith, J. McCarthy, Leanne Klein, Norma Thomas, Jack's mom, Jennifer F. Right, Shelly Brooke, Kiki Rose, Kelly Bain, K9 Rescue, Kaylee P, Phantasmagorical, Violet Hudson, Matilda. Okay, I'll just say Matilda then. Maud Matilda H. I'll remember that, or at least I'll try to. Jamie Gambrill. I'm back. Well, I mean, look, I'm back is saying, I do believe this is the first live I have actually watched live. I hope and pray they find her safe. To everyone that wants to start rumors are nothing but trash. I completely agree. But I think it's funny that your name is I'm back and this is your first time here. So, but welcome back for the first time. Okay. Evelyn, Keely Chow, Kaylee Armstrong, Carrie's 2 cents, Tammy Post, Terry Furman. Oh man, that must be a bummer being stuck with that last name. I mean, I ain't trying to take jabs at you. I'm just saying, man, like every time somebody says your name, they go, they go Terry Furman. Is that right? Okay. Rockabilly, Manda Mack, Jack's mom, Braun. All right, we're all caught up. Yeah, okay, that's fantastic. Sandy Jersey Girl, congratulations to your friend Faith for having such a great name. Anyway, guys, yeah. So I mean, why does it take that? And here's the thing: is I don't even think it's going to make a difference. I was sitting there and this, it's so, I don't believe in coincidence, people. I believe there's a plan for everything. Okay. And I don't believe in coincidence. I do not believe it was a coincidence that John Hinged, also known as John Crimes, was live earlier discussing this. I don't think he even knew that this was a thing. I don't think that he's even been following the Summer case. At least he hasn't mentioned it. I don't know if he has or not. But I find it interesting, you know, that I'm in his chat, and this was his main thing. He was talking about Laura from Perplexed or whatever drama channel, talking about MGL, another drama channel, talking about how MGL, and I agree, has handled the Cash Gurnon case very irresponsibly. When you have that big of a platform, and people, that's the thing is I always say this, guys. I always say this. A person's chat, a creator's audience speaks volumes of that creator. Absolutely. I believe that 100%. And the thing is when you have such a large audience, you know, I mean, nobody's saying not to tell your opinions, but when you come off like an expert and you come off like your opinions really hold some validity, you know, I mean, then that's just irresponsible. It's just plain irresponsible. And I shudder to think, you know, because imagine that. I like saying this name real quick. Mr. Harlan's Tales of History's Famous Burglars. Great name. But anyways, I digress. When you have such a large platform, and you have so many people listening to you, and they're fans of yours, they're going to take what you say as gospel. So in my opinion, it's responsible to deliver information responsibly. I'm not telling people not to speculate. I'm not saying not to do that. I think it's better that you don't, personally, but I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying at least give a disclaimer. At least, you know, instead of trying to impress your audience and make yourself out to be more than what you are, just, I mean, I feel like my audience respects me for the reasons that I'm very candid about the fact, and I'm very clear about the fact. I'm not trying to be an expert here. I'm not trying to pretend to be an expert here. I'm just some guy on YouTube with opinions. And then I take facts and then I express those opinions. And I you know, I'm not a reporter. I'm not an investigator. I'm not a journalist in any way, shape, or form. You know, I'm none of these things. I'm just some guy who feels passionate about getting the word out on serious problems that take place in our society. I mean, this is, you know, this is what this platform is for. We can give opinions, sure. But I mean, Cherry K's in the house. What's up, girl? Let me highlight that real quick. And just to keep you all caught up, Summer Moon Utah Wells has been missing for 15 days now. And she's been missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. She is 5 years old, blonde hair, blue eyes, 3 feet tall, 40 pounds. Last description, she was wearing gray pants and a pink shirt, possibly barefoot. And she, if you have any information, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. At the moment, that is 1-800-TBI-FIND. And if you have any information on this pickup truck that is wanted for an interview, they're not suspects. or at least they have not been announced as suspects. They are the pickup truck description is a possible. The driver of this pickup truck is a possible witness to what may have happened, and it is a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota or burgundy Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed. And yes, exactly, Jennifer F. We cannot lose hope. We cannot lose hope. And here I am. I'm listening to John Hinged, and John Hinged is someone who is very, very passionate about missing persons. Extremely passionate, and he puts a lot into a case, and he doesn't give up. And he's a filmmaker, and he will put together, John Crimes, I should say. John Hinged is somebody a little more on the lines like me, where I'm very community oriented, and I like to talk about things that take place in the community, and how the community can help or hurt true crime cases, open ones anyway, and even closed ones. I should not disclude that. So he was going over an interview between a dude. I forgot the guy's name already because I'd never seen him prior to this, but this guy was like, I'm going after MGL, I'm going after her. I mean, all right, well, more power to you, man. But Laura from Life Perplexed was debating him on this issue and defending her friend, rightfully so. And her, her and MGL are friends. And she was, like I said, merely defending her and debating with this other creator. And John was going over this stuff. And there was a lot of people in chat, and I was very opinionated, and I was very active in the chat, because I support what John was talking about here, very much so, because I tend to talk about it quite a bit. And I find it very interesting that he talked about this and expressed his opinions in so much detail. And yes, subscribe to John Hinged, and also John Crimes. But I found it interesting that he was talking about this so much, and this case that we have been following so much. Just not even 24 hours ago, TBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, releases a statement expressing how important it is that we don't abuse our platforms for clicks and views and super chats, and milk the drama out of these things, because there's no mistake being made here. When these channels do this, aside from the ones that actually give disclaimers, aside from the ones that actually say, hey, again, I'm not a big fan of talking about the parents and their past, because I don't find it to be relevant for us to talk about. I think that's something that is strictly for law enforcement to look into and discuss, and we should leave it up to them to do so, because we have to assume, people. We have to assume until we have facts that connect them to the disappearance of this child. We have to assume that they are exactly how Candace Bly, as she likes to be called, exactly how Candace Bly said, she feels absolutely smothered. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute too, of course. You know, let me just get into, before I start ranting about that, let me get into this article here. Now, this was refreshing to me because this is something I've been saying since this case started. Since the day Summer went missing, I have been going live talking about this. And one of the gripes that we normally have is that these mainstream national media outlets, these national media platforms tend to not talk about these cases enough. But Fox News, actually, I'm going to be reading this article from Fox News. So I was refreshed. I felt refreshed to hear or to see that Fox News had released this article. And I'm going to go ahead and read this. As the search continues for 5-year-old Summer Wells, who disappeared from her family home in Tennessee 2 weeks ago, investigators on Tuesday urged the public to stop sending in tips based on speculation and rumors, saying it only bogs down law enforcement working to find her. Like, why does it take them to have to say that? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we just use our common sense? This is a missing child. Why isn't the focus on finding this missing child? Since Summer was first reported missing on June 15th, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said that more than 650 tips have poured in about the girl's disappearance. However, the agency urged the public to share only credible information as groups on social media continue to spread speculation. And I'm quoting the tweet here from TBI. And my mods have been very active about sharing. If you guys are on Twitter, make sure you follow the TBI on Twitter. They said sharing speculation or rumors only makes the process more difficult for law enforcement by increasing the number of non-credible tips. Let me repeat that one more time. Sharing speculation and rumors only makes the process more difficult for law enforcement by increasing the number of non-credible tips. I have been saying this and saying this and saying this. TBI has previously said that the circumstances of Summer's disappearance from her home in Hawkins County were unclear. Her parents told WJHL TV this week that they suspected their daughter had been lured outside and abducted. Her mother, Candace Bly, said that she had left Summer with her 2 brothers who were watching TV in the kitchen, and when she returned 2 minutes later, her daughter was gone. A statewide Amber Alert for Summer was issued the day after her family reported her missing. But as the search enters its 3rd week, with still no trace of the child, authorities in Hawkins County are scaling back large-scale operations, local media reported. Incident Commander and Captain Tim Koo with the Churchill, I say coup because that's how you spell the term coup, the word coup when it comes to coup d'etat. I don't know if it's coup. I want to say coup. Seems to suit his personality a little bit better. So Incident Commander and Captain Tim Koo with the Churchill Rescue Squad told WJHL that multiple crews remained on standby locally should they be needed to jump back into the search. Jeff Wadley, who has worked in search and rescue operations for 43 years, told WBIR TV that at any time there is a prolonged search for a child, it becomes an emotional, draining situation. We are reading a mystery book and we don't have the last page. That's a hell of an analogy right there. With still more questions than answers at this stage, TBI has asked the public to help them contact who investigators to believe to be a possible witness who was seen driving a red or maroon pickup truck in the area around the time of Summer's disappearance. So that's what it takes, right? Now, here's the thing. I mean, I know that I've been, this is not me gloating, people. I want to be very clear about that. This is not me gloating. This is not me going, oh, I told you. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm simply saying, what I'm doing is I'm pleading. If you're spreading rumors and speculation, I'm pleading with you to stop. If you are a YouTube creator or an admin of a Facebook group or any social media platform for that matter, I'm pleading with you to stop. And if you do see the logic in what they're doing, and I'll go ahead and I'll explain it real quick. The logic behind what they're saying is when you spread rumors and speculation, when hundreds or thousands of people watch your channel and listen to what you say, then what they do is they follow your lead and they start speculating. And then they tie up these tip lines, which only throws more hay in the needle, in the haystack to find the needle. You're only throwing more hay on the pile. That's all you're doing. So I'm pleading with you to not only stop that, but use your platform in a more responsible manner. Be grateful for as many people as you have listening to you, and use your platform to spread facts and to help the TBI and all of the other agencies, over 100 agencies that are working together to help locate Summer. I'm begging you to do that. And it's not that hard. I feel like it's harder to speculate. Like, I mean, nobody expects you to be an expert. Nobody expects you to be a professional. Nobody expects you to crack the case. And if your listeners expect you to crack the case, set them straight. Straight up say, I mean, hey, I'm not a detective. Let's leave this up to the professionals. The best avenue we can go down is letting the professionals do what they do. And we can spread information that can help locate Summer, not take the focus away from locating Summer and crucifying people that you don't know had anything to do with anything. I don't feel like your audience would lose respect for you if you did that. I really don't think so. I don't think that your audience expects you to be a detective. Faith, you're right, man. But see, this is me, man. I'm an idealist, and I'm also I'm an optimist, or at least I try my best to be an optimist. I do my best, but I mean, there's so many. Like, let's get back into yeah, exactly, Nicole H. Let's get back into this one rumor that I've never really talked about. So we went over the first time Candace Bly did an on-camera interview with a major with at least a local news media source, and through platforms like YouTube and the internet, these news sources get national and worldwide attention. For the most part, I know a lot of you are in England, and you're not you're not able to check out some of the news reports that are on the internet. You're when you click on the links that are shared, it doesn't let you view it, which I think is terrible. But I mean, let's be realistic. The chances that summer is in England right now, pretty slim, unless it's a trafficking ring of some sort. Anything is possible. But so in this interview with Candace Bly, this recent interview that we went over yesterday, she uses the word smothered to describe how she feels. And then, of course, every one of these trash channels, like there's this one that I like to call Blunder, jumped all over that bandwagon. Thousands of subscribers, tens of thousands of subscribers, right? Because they know that this creator has this you know, they make these little short videos, and they're all impressed because they take little pictures and videos and put them together and make these creative little videos, you know, that get a lot of clicks and views, right? But what they're doing is spreading misinformation. Absolutely spreading misinformation. And so Blunder and other channels like Blunder decide to start talking about how that's kind of crazy that she would use the word smother. Why? If you were a parent and your child was missing, and social media is just, you can't even open your phone without getting some notification of somebody is talking about you and trashing you and taking your past and twisting it to mean whatever they want for content. What other word would be better to use than to feel smothered by that? Why is that mysterious? Why? Because Chris Watts smothered his kids? That's why? Like, that's all that is. That's all that is these creators using the word smothered, and they see people. Like, I remember, it happened in my chat. It happened in Annie's chat when I was modding for her. And as soon as she said that, as soon as she's playing that video and and Candace Bly uses that word, I see like 10 people in the chat go smothered with the emoji going like this. Pathetic, man. Pathetic. I mean, yo, and I've gotten to the point, it's so funny, man. I've gotten to the point, you know, all right. Yeah, I gotta give Annie a little she's me and Annie were texting after her premiere yesterday, and we were both cracking up because poor Annie, listen, in her defense, okay, she says, I just got here catching up. I'll admit, I was 8 years old when I learned what a rain barrel is, and because I was like, oh man, Annie, like you managed to piss off every Southerner in your chat, man. And I was laughing about it because it was kind of funny. And that's in Annie's defense, man. She grew up a city girl, you know. She grew up in two major cities, two of the most major cities in the world. Like when you watch movies, 90% of those movies take place in two major cities: New York, LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, you can't get mad at Annie, you know, because she's not exposed to this. She's never been exposed to this stuff. The only reason I knew what a rain barrel was, and I'm in Tennessee right now. I was telling her I haven't even heard of the word. I haven't heard the word rain barrel prior to this case since I was a kid and I lived in West Virginia. Like, I mean, look at this. I mean, a rain barrel is used to collect rain for farming generally, crops, you know. So when you have droughts, you have a rain barrel that collects rain. Rainwater is the best thing for your garden, for your flowers, for your plant life, whatever you're growing. That's what a rain barrel is used for. And every Southerner was like, dude, what? So in Annie's defense, she just didn't know. You know what I mean? And she wasn't, and a lot of people were like, you know, oh my God, she's implying that because it says for sale on there that she's, you know, she said, I don't know what this means. Things are brought to her attention. She reports on it. She gives her opinion, and she says, this is just stuff that's reported to me, and it's not fact. So, but in her chat, you know, there was like 10 people that were like smothered. Oh my God, what does that mean? Smothered. Let's take that and run with it. Why? For what? She clearly gave that. You saw her use the words out of her mouth in the context that it was meant to be used for. If you were constantly berated by social media, plus on, you know, piled on top of the worry of where your child is, wouldn't you feel smothered? What is the big? Yeah. And yeah, to be clear, Annie didn't get hung up on that. You know, maybe it was a poor choice of wording, but if we're talking about Candace Bly, and you have, you know, since we've all been forced pretty much, by following this case, to see social media posts and things that she's written, and her written statement in the protective order against Don, what you're seeing there is, you know, somebody who has a pretty limited vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not somebody who's a pro at talking to the press, a pro at addressing thousands of people who are looking to completely ruin her image. Now, is she doing a great job maintaining it? Personally, no, I don't think so. I'm going to be fair. You know, I mean, you know, I definitely feel that she was under the influence of something. But again, that does not mean that she is capable of hurting her own child. There's a lot of parents out there with substance abuse problems, with alcohol problems. There's a whole lot. But it doesn't mean that they would hurt their children. Some of them do. But that doesn't mean that they would hurt their children. Yes, smothered means overwhelmed. It's a metaphorical term. I mean, you know? So, yeah, do I think it was a poor choice of words? Sure, but I think a lot of the things that she says is a poor choice of words. But for somebody with such a limited vocabulary, I don't think that she's been inconsistent. And then everybody's focusing on the haircut, on the shaved head. Oh my God, then why did the dad say something different than the mom about the haircut? Well, dude, first of all, I'm looking at two people, at least one of them's high, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They probably are like, why am I put in a position here to have to explain why my daughter, why her hair is cut short? What does that have to do with her being missing? Because it seriously does not have anything to do with her being missing. It is absolutely, totally irrelevant. when it comes to locating her other than a description. The fact that she has short hair. The fact that she has short hair is relevant to her description and her description alone. So you've got the TBI going, stop it, shut up. Like, you're not helping anything. And then what's going to happen? See, here's what I man, people, I have a dream, people. I do. I have a dream. Maybe that's a poor choice of words. No disrespect to Dr. Martin Luther King. But I have a fantasy, as it were, that YouTube creators can be taken seriously as a useful tool to help locate missing kids, to get the word out by taking the facts given by the professionals and spreading the word on those facts. I have this fantasy that at some point law enforcement is going to look at a platform like YouTube and the true crime community as something that is not blown off as like, God, this is such a problem. Like it used to be, dude. There was a time where the idea of this, the concept of this, would have been fantastic. Otherwise, they would have never put missing kids on milk cartons. I mean, let's think about that for a second. They would have never, ever put kids on milk cartons, missing kids on milk cartons. They would have never done that. Why would this platform be seen as a hindrance in locating a missing child? The only reason that is by people spreading misinformation and spreading rumors and speculation as fact. That is the only reason they would ever do that. That's the only reason they would ever look at us and be like, oh, Jesus. Man, when social media gets a hold of this, man, it's going to make our job so much harder. I don't want to be seen as that. I want to be seen as okay. Hey, I want to see a day where which it won't happen. It won't happen. But I don't believe it'll happen. I want it to. I wish it would. And I'll sit up here and run my mouth trying. But I want to see a day where law enforcement investigators get up on a press conference in front of a bunch of cameras and a bunch of microphones and go, YouTubers, social media people, please do everything you can to help us locate this child. Because right now they're just like, they don't even mention that. They don't even say that. They're just like, don't even listen to social media. Just don't even do that. We're seen as some sort of disgusting hindrance. And this is a missing little girl out there. This isn't some little kid in a storybook, in some fictional fairy tale where you're trying to solve the mystery. And ironically, I'm using this metaphor, and then you get to guess the outcome and wait for the last page. There is no last page right now. I would like to see us be taken seriously as a tool to help them get that last page together. I would love to see that. And I think it can be done. But we just got to be in a better place where we actually care about a little girl being reunited with her family safely, sleeping in her own bed again, cuddled up with her favorite stuffed animal. And we got to care about that vision more than the super chats that come through and the monetization that we get on a monthly basis. We got to be less greedy, people. That's the only way that's going to happen. But you don't get to tell me that when you're up there with thousands of people listening to you and you're coming off like, and you got 3 or 4 people on your panel and you're all just like, oh my God, well, I think it was this and I think it was that. And because you're on a panel, you got a bunch of fools that think you're an expert just because you happen to be on some YouTuber's panel. That's somehow helpful. I mean, that's not. I mean, that's the only way that's going to happen. I mean, and that's the thing is in the grand scheme of things, in the long game, you're going to come out totally successful. Nobody's telling you not to collect super chats. Nobody's telling you not to monetize your videos. Nobody's telling you not to do that. You know, but I'm telling you, if that's your focus, if people see that your heart is in the right place and your heart is dedicated to getting this child back home, or at the very least, no matter what your opinions are, no matter what you think, getting law enforcement to locate this child, getting the professionals, paving the way a little easier for the professionals to be able to do their jobs. If that's your mindset and it's consistent in the long game, you're going to be real successful. People are going to respect you and they're going to want to support you and they're going to give you super chats and they're going to give you money and they're going to click on your videos and all these ads are going to run on your videos. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be beautiful. But that I want it now. That's not bringing this little girl home. That's not helping law enforcement locate this little girl. It's just not. And they're telling you. Like most of the time, they don't even barely mention it. They'll mention it once, like the social media stuff, and they'll only do it if a reporter asks in a press conference, how do you think social media is affecting your investigation, blah, blah, blah. You know, most of the time, they don't even want to mention social media. They're just like, yeah, it's just whatever. Social media, don't even, whatever. That's usually how they even do it. But for them to actually tweet out like, hey, stop it, because our phone lines are getting tied up with crap. You're throwing more hay on the haystack that we're trying to find a needle in. Yeah, I'm talking about what's new. V Vici 397. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm talking about the search for summer. I'm talking about the latest statement from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation pleading with YouTubers that are spreading speculation and spreading rumors to stop. You know it's bad when they make it a point to make that statement. And you know that they care. You know that they're personally invested in this. These professionals are personally invested in this because they're begging you, come on, don't stop doing this and stop calling us with not credible information. Mrs. R&B, very well said. It's evidence of the instant gratification society we live in. No one has the patience to wait for investigations that unfortunately take time. And they've been very generous with us, man. They've been so generous with us in giving us information, in keeping us updated with press conferences. They normally don't do that. Most cases, we don't see that. I mean, most cases, we just don't see that. And here they are giving us these updates, man, you know? And they're doing it in the form of a press conference where you're seeing this guy, Coop. You're seeing the representative, the spokesperson for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and you're seeing the local sheriff, all answering questions and giving comments. And we're lucky that they're doing that. But for some reason, the drama communities, you know, they just want validation. They want validation for their speculations and for their theories. And so they're like, why won't law enforcement tell us more? Because it's an open investigation, you dolt. They're telling you what you need to know. They're not here to help you. You should be in the mindset of how can we help them? Because they are the trained professionals. Is somebody actually doing that? Now, Pugs, forgive me. Now, I got nothing against you, but I know that I know you from the drama community, my early days on YouTube. So I forgive me if I take what you say with a grain of salt. But the truth is I take every comment here with a grain of salt. Just some I find more credible than others. But I mean, but just saying, and like I said, I'm not taking jabs at you here, but you're saying there are also laws against people offering. Is somebody doing that? Offering $200 to the mom to go on a live? I mean, and that's chump change to what they're making. If that creator has, and I don't make nearly enough money on YouTube to even speculate as to how much money they're making. But if you're a creator with let's say 10,000 subscribers, right? And you're getting 5,000 views per video, and they're all monetized on this case. Paying out $200 to that mom is nothing. It's nothing. It's peanuts compared to what they're making off covering this case. I'm going to talk about Cosby. Calm down. I just felt that this took precedence. Woman of Sparta. All right? Don't be kicking me in the chest into a well over here. All right? This stuff is more important. Right? Because here's the thing about Bill Cosby. All right? He's out. Nothing you can do about it. Okay? He's also 83 years old and he's blind. Like, if he's going to Mickey a woman's drink, he's got to be like, there you go, honey. That's not going to happen. Like, the dude's not Mickey and nobody's drinks. That dude, yeah, like, he can't even, what's he? He's legally blind. What's he? Hold on, let me find the Viagra. Come on. He's not a threat in any way, shape, or form at this point. So calm down. We're going to talk about Cosby, though, in a minute, all right? We're not going to talk much about him, but we're going to talk about Cosby. Like, yeah, all I'm saying, man, is just, like, if you really genuinely care about missing kids, why is it so hard to just do your part? You know what I mean? Because if you're spreading rumors and speculation, you're not doing your part. You're not. You're not helping the situation. You're not doing anything to help this child get located. You're not doing anything. And when the professionals have to make a statement telling you that, like, what else do you need? It probably is. That shows you how much money I make on YouTube. No, I said if they're what I said, Annie, was that they are if you're putting out a bunch of these videos on the same case, and they're all monetized, then your $200 isn't really going to hurt you, not in the long run, not in the grand scheme of things. But I still could be wrong about that. Oh, shut up. Like, I remove stupid comments because people don't clearly listen to me. Like, that's, you even see, like, in my comment thread, I've been very clear about this too. When people leave stupid comments, like some of these, dude, all right, now you're gone. So shut up. Just get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. When people are just dumb, you know what I'm saying? Or at least ask questions or make statements that appear dumb in my comment section, I'm not nice about it. I'm not nice about it because it's 90% of the time it's on a video where I clearly explained what I was talking about. And so they're asking me a question and they're trying to argue with me when I already gave my argument. Annie, don't worry about that. I already took care of it. You don't have to justify yourself to those idiots. Because that's what I'm getting at. I've already explained why what Annie has been doing is different. Okay? Annie doesn't get up there claiming to be an expert. Annie goes up there and she explains, I don't know. I'm a city girl. I don't know anything about the Southern life. There are certain things that make me feel like there's a little suspicious, but what do I know? That's responsible YouTubing. Because there's people that probably relate to it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? She's not up there claiming to be anybody's expert. You know, she's not up there with 10 people on her panel going, what do you think happened here? Like, that's not what she's doing. You know? Yeah. And she sees red flags and she says that she's abundantly clear that their opinion based on things that she knows are not facts. She's been abundantly clear about that every time she's talked about this case. Yeah. I know Annie's heart's in the right place. I know that personally. Okay. I've had plenty of conversations with her off camera where I know and I can vouch for her that her heart is in the right place. So, now, as far as Mr. Cosby goes, I'm just gonna read another article here. Hold on. Let's bring you guys up to speed. So Bill Cosby was released from prison Wednesday after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court vacated his SA conviction. Cosby, 83, was released from SCI Phoenix in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, outside Philadelphia, just before 2:30 p.m., state corrections officials told Fox News. He was seen leaving the prison in a white car shortly afterwards, that sounds familiar, and arrived at his home about an hour later to the sounds of a fan shouting, "We love you!" A protester chanting, "We believe the women!" and the whir of news helicopter flying overhead. He made no immediate comment to reporters, but flashed a peace sign with his hand as he exited the car. The disgraced actor, that's putting it mildly, the disgraced actor, once known as America's Dad, had served more than 2 years of his 3 to 10 year sentence, which was super weak, in my opinion, in the first place, after he was convicted of drugging and molesting a woman at his Cheltenham, Pennsylvania home. I don't even know how to say that word. Never been there, never heard of it. In 2004. The state's highest court threw out the disgraced actor's conviction. I love that they keep saying disgraced actor. The disgraced actor's conviction earlier Wednesday after finding the district attorney Kevin Steele, the prosecutor who brought the case against Cosby, violated an agreement to not charge him that previous district attorney Bruce Castor had made in 2005, though the deal had apparently never been put in writing. So, wow. I mean, if that's not a technicality, oh God. So the majority, hold on. So the majority of the split justices wrote in their 79-page opinion that Cosby had been counting on that agreement when he gave testimony in a civil case. Let me see something real quick. Oh no, don't do that. Oh, that I actually have the 79-page opinion here, guys. But I don't really want to go over that right now. Unless y'all want me to, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. I don't think it's necessary. So hold on. I lost my place because I clicked on that opinion. Sorry, guys. All right, whatever. I'm just going to skip it. The actor, best known for The Cosby Show, maintained his innocence and had previously said he'd serve the full sentence rather than admit any guilt over the encounter with Constant. He had been denied parole in May. Cosby spent his time behind bars at SCI Phoenix, a 3,830 bed maximum security state prison that opened in 2018. Now, I don't know how to say this name. Is it Bonjean or Bonjean? I'm going to say Bonjean because it sounds cooler. Bonjean told the AP that Cosby is in good health, though he is now legally blind. In a 2019 interview with the National Newspaper Publishers Association, Cosby called his cell a penthouse and said he was speaking to other inmates as part of the program called Man Up to help them reform. Yeah, and I don't really feel like quoting him because, you know what? I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a professional journalist, and I could be biased if I want. So, Cosby sucks. I mean, let's see. Beans or Bop. He's 83. Like I said, there's still Drake Bell, Casey. Yeah, okay, right. Now I agree with you. I I absolutely agree with you. But the fact of the matter is he still needs to pay accordingly for his crimes. And I don't think the fact that he's 83 years old should have any bearing on whether or not he's on his sentence, or whether he's even convicted. So, I mean, that is absolutely, I don't know what she means by that. Yeah, I don't think that should have any bearing on whether or not he's convicted, or whether or not, or what his sentence should be at 83 years old. His age, it doesn't matter. You still should pay for your crimes. And if you drug someone in order to take advantage of them in a lewd manner, then you, by definition, are, in my opinion, an RAPIST. Period. You just are. I just don't. What's up, old time radio at night? Yeah, it's not a free pass. You know what I mean? Now, again, you know, is he a threat at this point? In my opinion, technically he could be. You know what I'm saying? He's still a celebrity. You know what I mean? There might be somebody who is just like, oh my God, Bill, you were so sweet. And I mean, when I look at you, I just think of all the joy that Cliff Huxtable and the Cosby Kids brought me. You know, and then he's going, oh well, I appreciate that. Why don't you have a seat? Would you like something to drink? You know, and then just start. You know, he could still get a maid or somebody to serve the drink or something. I mean, I don't know. Hold on. You hear this? You hear this? You hear what I got to deal with when I'm live? And then they just yell at the dogs to get them to shut up. Anyway, so I'm just not. Yeah, I do it. Oh my God. Okay, Annie. Okay, Annie. Let's see. Wait. Let's see. All right, guys. Thank you, Annie, for that. Let's look into this and see what happens. I think we've heard enough about old Bill Cosby. So, but it seems there might be a break. I don't want to get everybody's hopes up. I'm just going to look into it. I'm not seeing any news here yet. So I'll give it a little while. We'll just hang out a little bit, guys. But right now, from what I'm seeing, and Annie, if you want to come up here and share what's being shared with you, if you want to come up here and share what's being shared with you, I will be happy to send you a link, and we can go over that together if you like. Okay, so Annie's working right now, but she'll keep us posted because you know me, I don't follow social media and the social media post, dude. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I don't follow the social media posts because until I see it from a credible news source, it's rumor to me. Always has been, always will be. So, but and as you can see, for all you hating on Annie, she clearly said It's rumored. Okay, if you're gonna put a lot of emphasis on somebody's using a certain word, please put emphasis on the fact that Annie just said rumored to be on police scanners. I don't know. Put on the police scanner. What do you think? I got a police scanner app? I mean, I guess I could probably try to download one. Maybe. I could probably do that. No, because I just took them out, Giacomo. Just before I went live, I took them out, Giacomo. And besides, their true owner just got home, and he can do that if they need to go. Because I'm here hanging out with friends, people. Hold on a second. Let's see if there's an app for police scanner. Boom. First thing that came up. Let's see. Police scanner, fire radio. Which one has the most stars? That one's got 5. Okay. It better be free. Because I ain't trying to pay for this. I can't even afford it right now. All right. Downloading quick. Police scanner. Yeah, okay. No, don't send me notifications. Oh, man. See what I mean? They're charging me money for this. Nope, not doing that. Maybe there's a free one. Now I gotta delete that app because I don't want a bunch of stuff. All right, let's try it. Let's see if there's another free one. Maybe there's a free one. Download. Come on. Yeah, don't track me. All right, I see a bunch of ads. No, don't install. Get out of there. Okay, browse by location, United States. We might be on some people. Hold on. Is Rogersville in here? No. Is it the county? Hawkins County, right? Or Hawkins? All right. Hawkins County Fire. All right. Well, I mean, maybe I can get something else. Churchill. Let's try Churchill Fire. Yeah, it's just static. Yeah, nothing but dead air, people. Nothing but white noise. How about Hawkins County Public Safety? All right, now we're getting something.
Tennessee 804 Adam George 804 Adam George 8. It's going to be on a silver Toyota Highlander, 11W West. 11W West, away.
Oh, let me change the. Oh wow! Hey, Nicole H, thank you for that. I mean, guys, yeah, if we're just listening to the scanners, we're just gonna have to be patient, see what happens. I'll try the other ones. Give me a second. I'll try the other ones. No, man, I don't want your stupid commercial. I guess I gotta wait for these commercials every time I. All right. This is the fire department, so let's see if anything comes up on here. The rumor is police were ordered to turn off the radios, and a rescue recovery team called in TBD. Now, I mean, now remember, guys, this could be nothing, you know. So, but let's cross our fingers, man. Let's cross our fingers and hope that. Let's cross our fingers and hope that that this is something credible that's leading towards locating Summer safely. If you're a praying person, put your hands together and pray that that this is going to lead to Summer being located safely and returning home. So Andy says 100% could be unrelated, but apparently 1,000 people listening to the scanner think it's related to Summer. We'll see. Yeah. A 1,000 people also think that Smothered actually is a thing and should be relevant.
shop so you can discover the best.
Yeah, Jennifer F. I got my ups and downs, you know. No, it does not tell me how many people are listening. But I can't get a police. Yeah, I can't get a police thing. And since this app is free, I get a lot of commercials for other apps. Sorry about that. Every time I click out of it. I'm going to stick to the Hawkins County Public Safety and see if there's anything. Wow, really, Jamie? Wow. Now, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's Summer's case, okay? There's a couple of active Amber Alerts right now in Tennessee. So, but right, old time radio. That's exactly what I'm saying. There are a
3 red Toyota that Bill Van, Bronco, 123121, clear clean.
right. Like I said, guys, there's a couple of active Amber Alerts in Tennessee, so it could be absolutely unrelated to Summer Wells's case. But either way, I mean, this is, you know, if this is the case, I'm still relieved that they could be solving an abduction right now, you know, if that's the case. Yeah, that's real crime story. You better believe. Well, Mr. Harlan, uh, what they do is they try to find the kid. You know, they don't just blow it off. Uh, they try to find the kid, but there's a difference between a runaway child and a missing and endangered child. I did not hear that, Annie, because I'm up here talking too. Because I also don't want to have dead air, but oh, Nikki, no way. Of course not. No, no, they won't. They'll make the excuse and say, "Oh, well, we were just speculating." Well, you should apologize for that. That's actually a very, very possible. I mean, why they're looking for them as a witness, I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's somewhat of a plausible theory. I think it's not to be dismissed completely. Yeah, that's one thing that I haven't heard anybody speculate on is whether or not it was a hit and run. 5 active Amber Alerts in Tennessee right now. Now think about that for a second. 5 different active Amber Alerts in Tennessee right now, and there's 5 active Amber Alerts in Tennessee right now. So that is interesting in the sense. Hold on. Because when you go back and you watch Profiling Evil's video on Summer Wells, he points out an alarming amount of registered SA offenders. Excellent point, Annie. What's up, Steve? Welcome, buddy. What's up, Road King? Yeah, there's a lot of registered offenders, man. So it's not surprising to me that there are so many active Amber Alerts. You know, all right, I'm going to check another channel. Let's see what happens. Now this is Churchill fire, but I don't. You know, the problem is fire departments. I wish. See, the police turned off their radios, but now I've got it on the Hawkins County fire right now. In the meantime, I'm going to keep checking. And let's just go over a couple of little things in the meantime while we're waiting to hear some activity. So this was posted an hour ago by WCYB Channel 5 News. And apparently a criminologist has weighed in on the case. So this is just from a criminologist here, Dr. Alex Carmen. He says, we've seen a trend, obviously, in cases where we have better chances of recovering someone alive in hours as opposed to days away from the time they were abducted. However, having said that, there is no specific rule. Miracles do happen, and we've seen those extraordinary circumstances where the person goes missing for years and they are ultimately found. More than 700 tips have come through the TBI hotline, but police say social media rumors are not helping the investigation. It just bogs law enforcement down because we have to go check the information and mark it off, said TBI Public Information Officer Leslie Earhart. Despite the hundreds of tips and miles searched, Dr. Alex Del Carmen said there is still a possibility that Summer wandered off. He says, we've seen cases where the area has been reviewed by many volunteers and law enforcement, and they end up finding a body or the person missing in the most obvious of places within a certain grid. So I would be the last person to dismiss a geographic area because of the fact it's already been reviewed or seen by law enforcement. That's all it says about my man. So this criminologist is basically saying in a nutshell, hey, anything can happen, which is really helpful. Thank you for that. I'm just being a dick. I didn't mean to like minimize that dude and what he does. Yeah, so and I'm just going to keep refreshing my Google, see if anything comes through. But so far, the newest story was that it was an hour ago, which is what I just read to you. So, I'm just relieved. you know, I'm relieved that finally a national news source, a national media news platform is talking about this case and is talking about how social media is affecting this investigation. Because I think that's really helpful. I think it sucks that it's only Fox News. But I mean, the other news stations, they're too busy talking about COVID and other stuff. And just to refresh everyone here, we'll go over what is known in Summer's case. It's been just over 2 weeks since Summer Wells was first reported missing. Summer Moon Utah Wells was reported last seen Tuesday, June 15th, walking near her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community, wearing a pink shirt and gray shorts. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said a family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office around 6:30 p.m. that night. Emergency scanner audio from June 15th obtained through Broadcastify captured the moment when authorities were called to the home. The parents have called, and this is a quote here, the parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, and now they can't find her. They have been yelling for her. She has been gone for about 10 minutes now. So this explains. There's a lot of speculation on that too. People are like, oh, well, why didn't she call 911 right away? I mean, she lives in a really remote area. She's got an outdoorsy kid. She's entertaining the possibility that she may have wandered off. It's possible that she wandered off. So she went out, looked for her. I mean, whenever you hear about these missing persons cases, like in suburban areas and things of that nature that take place in like the 80s, and mind you, keep in mind, aside from the internet, aside from cell phones, and the type of video games that they're playing, these people are living 20, 30 years behind us. They just are. There's no denying that. Because they got, they got a rain barrel in their yard. Sorry, Annie, I can't help it. They got a rain barrel in their front yard. So, you know what I mean? They're living, decades behind us. You know what I mean? Their way of thinking is decades behind us. And so it was not uncommon. Hey, if some kid went missing, they'd go, because that's going to be unlikely that their kid's going to go missing. So they're going to go out search. They're going to go, hey, Summer, right? And then that's when you really start to get worried. And then when you really start to get worried, you call dad. Hey, Summer's missing. I don't know what to do. I'm really worried. What do you mean she's missing? Blah, blah, blah. I can only imagine how that conversation took place, right? And I'm guessing it took place, give or take, along those lines. Where's Summer? I don't know. Well, when was the last time you saw her? Blah, blah, blah. All right. Hang up with me. Call 911. That is what Don said happened. That doesn't sound suspicious to me at all. Mexi's like, I haven't forgotten about you, brother. It's been crazy. Dude, I'm live right now, bro. And I don't even remember. Did I message you? Let me look into that. Just investigate whether I messaged Mexi. I haven't drank in a few days, man. So I don't even know. Oh, okay. Oh, so Mexi wants to do a summer thing. That's right. Which, like I said, I don't think it could hurt. You know, whether you're a skeptic on what he does or not, I don't think it could hurt. As a matter of fact, I think it's a very positive thing for him to try to contribute what he does with his content. Because Mexi, I vouch for him 100%. I do believe that he genuinely cares. So yeah, coming soon. I'll be joining Mexi when he kind of investigates the paranormal side of Summer's investigation. Hopefully nothing happens, because I don't want there to be, contact with spirits on that end is probably not a good sign. So I'm not, but I'm not going to refuse to do it either. And like I said, I think that's what Mexi has to bring to the table, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, wait. Okay. All right, let me read this text, y'all. All right. So this is Kingsport, Tennessee. Annie just sent me this link. 58-year-old man charged following attempted kidnapping in Kingsport. Police reported that a 12-year-old boy was mowing the yard when Tony Hammonds tried to capture him. Police responded to an attempted abduction at a home in the 3900 block of Skyland Drive in Kingsport around 11:30 a.m. on Thursday. Isn't today Wednesday? The Kingsport Police Department reported that a 12-year-old boy was mowing when he observed a maroon car drive past the home. The car soon returned and pulled into the driveway. According to police, 58-year-old Tony Hammonds exited the car and quickly approached the boy, yelling, "Come here, boy," and reached out to grab him. The boy repeatedly retreated through the garage and into the home. Police said Hammonds pursued him into the garage, attempted to gain entry into the home, and left after the boy's mother threatened to call the police. Officers were able to identify Hammonds as the suspect and has been charged and attempted especially aggravated kidnapping, aggravated burglary, and simple assault. Hammonds was also charged with the violation of probation in connection with a previous theft conviction. Police said that Hammonds was arrested Saturday afternoon and remains in the Kingsport County Jail pending arraignment with no current eligibility for bond. The investigation remains active and ongoing at this time. Okay, guys, so now the reason why Annie sent me this, I want to be clear. I don't want to get everybody's wheels turning too much, because mine are turning a little bit, but we got to stay rational here. We got to stay logical here, people. Okay? So, obviously, the maroon car rings bells. Now, when they said Thursday, they mean last Thursday, because he was arrested Saturday. This didn't happen today. I want to be clear about that. This did not happen today. So what we're listening for is not this. Okay? This is just something that Annie felt could possibly be related, but very well may not be. Okay? It said a maroon car. That's all it said. Maroon car. Didn't describe whether it was a truck. Didn't describe whether it had a ladder rack on the bed. Did not describe it to have white buckets. So and Annie said disregard rumor. Okay. All right. So I guess she's talking about what's going on with all the police scanners. All right. So Annie says, sorry, guys, I keep getting tons of info sent to me, and I'm trying to share as quickly as I can, but will calm down until I vet it. Okay. So again, guys, the article that I just read to you, it was updated last on the 21st. So this man is he's in jail. And this is Kingsport, Tennessee, which is not very far from where where Summer disappeared. Now, and Kingsport, Tennessee is not a very nice area either. So it's not I'm guessing that it's not uncommon for crimes to take place. It's definitely a drug infested. Meth is real big out there in Kingsport. Broadcastify online. Let me see if I could find that here. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to open that up. Browse Tennessee. Yeah, so I want to be very clear, guys. The only thing about that rings bells is the color maroon, okay? And an attempted kidnapping. All right? Two very significant things, but again, is not a lot of information that would lead us to believe necessarily that it's connected to Summer's disappearance. Okay, so let's find Hawkins real quick. All right. Hawkins County Public Safety. Yeah, so there's 912 people listening to Hawkins County Public Safety, according to this site. And so
Hey y'all, Lady A here from Profile by Candace.
we got to deal with the commercials. I apologize. It's not an odd color. I don't think it's really an odd. Hold on, sorry. I don't think it's that odd of a color. I actually had a coworker that drove a maroon Toyota Tacoma, and she is a very petite Asian young woman. You know, so and my first car was a maroon Mitsubishi Eclipse. So to me, maroon is not that odd of a color for a car. It might not be your first choice for a car, but if you have access to looking at a major street, I bet you'll be able to count at least 2 maroon cars within 5 minutes. All right, so I've got this going on right now. It's just the Hawkins Public Safety. And I'll go back to refreshing everyone's memory on what's going on here. So just a recap on the Summer Wells case. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, and now they can't find her. They have been yelling for her. She has been gone for about 10 minutes now. An endangered child alert was issued for her later that night. On June 25th, Nexstar's News Channel 11 reported they had requested the 911 calls from the night Summer went missing, but were told those recordings could not be released until there was a status change in the investigation, which is perfectly understandable. This incident is currently still an active investigation. I am unable to release the requested information at this time. Lynn Campbell, Executive Director of the Hawkins County Emergency Communications District, told News Channel 11. On Wednesday, June 16th, TBI chose to upgrade to a statewide Amber Alert for Summer at 11:08 Eastern, that is, because of new information and growing concern. Okay. Again, Summer Wells is 5 years old, female. She is white. She is 3 feet tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, 40 pounds. I don't know what NCIC is, but that number is M4762874. I guess the missing child, I guess, whatever the case number is, M476287498, missing from Rogersville, Tennessee, missing since June 15th, 2021. On the same day, TBI issued updated photos of Summer that the agency had best represented the 5-year-old's current appearance, revealing a much shorter haircut for the Rogersville girl that seen in the initial Amber Alert. Now, guys, something just came to mind. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of speculating here myself, okay? I want to be very clear that it's just speculation based on the article that Annie just sent me. It doesn't mean it holds any water at all, any way, shape, or form. It's, not even assuming that this is that article had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. But let's say, hypothetically, that it did. Okay? Hypothetically, what took place here. Now, the police are looking for this truck as a witness, right? They're looking for this truck as a potential witness because it was seen possibly near the area. But here's the thing: is one might think if that is the same truck, okay? If that is the same truck, you got to think this guy's in custody right now. This guy's in custody, right now. Let's find out, when did they release that? What day did they say to keep our eyes out for this truck? I'm trying to find out. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. Hold on. All right, there we go. So Tuesday, June. Okay, that's interesting. So it's possible that they just did not retract because they don't want to give too much information out. They did not retract the, saying, hey, we're still looking for this truck. But on Tuesday, on the 15th, the police said to keep your eye out for this, right? Law enforcement said, keep your eye out for this. Now, Thursday is when this incident took place, and Saturday is when Thursday is when the incident with the kid mowing the lawn took place, and Saturday is when he was arrested and picked up. So that does line up, okay? That is only assuming that law enforcement just has not released any information. And so, but now, just a very, very, very loose and not credible theory here, people. But let's just say it's not even a theory, just a possibility, Take it with a grain of salt because we don't know. We don't have enough information on that truck. So we don't have enough information on that vehicle, I should say, because it was a maroon car. That's all that article says. But let's just say Summer disappears 15 days ago. On Tuesday, they say, hey, we have based on new information, please keep your eyes open for a maroon truck with the description, with the bed and the ladder rack and all that, right? And then Thursday, this dude in Kingsport driving a maroon car attempts to kidnap a kid in front of his house, in front of his own house, right? And what if okay. Someone said they saw something on their TV screen that TBI is investigating a person of interest. Again, unconfirmed. Just sharing as I hear. Okay, now that coincides with what I'm talking about here. So what if law enforcement, keeping things very, very close to the vest, as they do, they've had this guy in custody, right? They've had this guy in custody, and they've pulled back the search, and maybe they've had this guy in custody and they've been grilling this guy about Summer while he's been in custody, because I guarantee you that's happening. I'll tell you that right now. At some point, this guy was questioned on Summer. There's no way you're going to tell me. This is one thing that I am going to sit there and I am going to speculate on. There's no way that this guy was picked up in Kingsport, Tennessee on Saturday and not questioned about Summer. There's just no way. Now, it could have been a quick interview and they could have cleared the guy right away. But everything that's going on, them pulling back the search, it lines up with the idea that they possibly think that this person is a person of interest, and they're questioning him, and let's just pray, if that's the case, Summer is being held somewhere alive. Let's see. Also, the police were dispatched to Concrete Supply Company. Don is allegedly in construction drywall. Again, haven't had time to double check. Okay. But okay, now that, before people jump to conclusions and connect that to Don, almost every male in rural Tennessee, rural Georgia, works in construction in some way, shape, or form. Okay, yeah. I'm going to keep that to myself, Annie. Now, it's hard to understand. I mean, even for me, I live in Tennessee. It's still hard for me to make out these thick Southern accents. Yeah, like everybody works construction.
For a white 1998 Ford truck has damage to the left front fender. It left from 1310 Main Street going one on destination. Caller about it. Had joyriding in the vehicle, pop that 17, got about my grade to it.
Yeah, that's not Summer related at all. They're talking about a Ford truck with a bent fender. and it's a joyriding situation. Thank you, Alex. Welcome. Yeah. Okay. So let's just say, let's just say this maroon car, hypothetically speaking, this maroon car happens to be the truck, happens to be the same truck. Then we're talking about an abduction situation. If that's the case, most likely an abduction situation. And if these cases are connected, then yes, I would assume that if these cases are connected, that they have this man in custody, because this report says that they have him in custody. Not the man who has Summer Wells, or we don't know what happened to Summer Wells still. We don't have any answers on that. I want to continue to be clear about that. But let's just hypothetically say that it's these two things are connected. And if that's the case, I guarantee you that these law enforcement agencies are absolutely interrogating this man that they have in custody. And it would make sense to me that they are getting as much information out of him. And I don't even want to say what I feel or what I'm tossing around in my head moving forward. I don't even want to say it. But because again, I pray that Summer is found safely and unharmed. And when you look at this guy's picture, man, this dude, okay. Hold on, I got to listen to this voice memo real quick that Annie's about to send me, but y'all got to see this dude's picture, man. Can y'all see that? Look at this dude's face. This is the guy that they picked up. That's the guy they picked up. All right, I got to mute you guys for just a second. All right. All right. Thank you, Annie, for that. Yeah, again. So what Annie is sharing with me right now is pure rumor. But it's interesting. But I'm just not comfortable sharing that over my channel just yet, guys. Not until anything is absolutely confirmed. But as soon as something is confirmed, I promise you guys, I will be going live immediately. I'm not logging off just yet. We're gonna hang out for a while and see what unfolds here. Okay. But it may be nothing. It may be absolutely nothing. Well, Lazy Egg, the only thing that we know for fact right now is that nearly 1,000 people who have been following the Summer Wells case have been tuned into a scanner, following because they've heard things that may be connected to Summer Wells, and then the police were instructed to turn off their radios. So we don't have anything yet. That's about as much as I'm willing to share at this point, aside from the fact that, again, it may not be connected. Okay. It may not be connected, but last Thursday, a 58-year-old man was charged following an attempted kidnapping in Kingsport. That a 12-year-old boy was mowing his lawn when a Tony Hammonds tried to capture him. Now, again, I want to keep repeating, this may not have anything to do with Summer. And I'm going to assume that it has nothing to do with Summer until it is confirmed. Okay, so the boy reportedly retreated through the garage. Okay, so apparently the 58-year-old Tony Hammonds exited the car, and it was a maroon car. He exited the car and quickly approached the boy, yelling, "Come here, boy," very aggressively, and reached out to grab him. The boy reportedly ran through his garage and into his house. And the police said that Hammonds pursued him into the garage, attempted to gain entry into the home, and left after the boy's mother threatened to call the police. So luckily the boy's mother was home. Can you imagine how terrified you'd be? 12 years old. Imagine 12 years old. You're terrified. You're out there just doing your chores, man. You're out there doing your chores. You're mowing the lawn. And then some strange dude just boldly jumps out of his car and chases after you. 12 years old. Chases after you. And you instinctively, of course, run into your house through the garage. Luckily, his garage door was open. And he actually tried to get into the house through the garage after the kid went into the house. And of course, mom is like, "Get out of here. I'm going to call the cops." And I'm sure she got to look out the window. And I'm wondering now, here's the thing. The reason why, because this all happened after, I'm wondering. Yeah, let me just, I don't want to speculate, man. It's hard not to when you have this kind of information. But I don't want to speculate and be irresponsible about this because I'm going to go into things where I think why police would release certain information, why they wouldn't release certain information, and I don't want to do that. There's a reason why law enforcement chooses not to release information, and I'm not a professional, and as just a YouTuber, I have to respect the fact that they don't want that information released for a reason. So I'm not going to get into that. As tempting as it is to think out loud, I'm not going to do that. So Kate S is saying, keep your eye on Profiling Evil, Mike King channel. He said he'd be posting about this case today or tomorrow and reference to the SA offenders that are close to her house. All right, man. Dude, I'm telling you right now, since this case, I already like that dude, but since this case started, that's my man right there, bro. That is, that's my man right there, dude. I love his video. All right. Okay. Yeah, the reason why we're not getting any radio play, man, is because they've all shut their radios down, according to now this thing that's hearsay, which is the reason why I'm not going to read the rest of it. But I'm just speculating as to why they may have shut their radios down. So, and I'm not even really going to speculate on why I'm just saying it's apparently the radios are shut down, and that's why we're not getting a lot of radio play here. let me and now there's only 632 listeners now. There was 900, but now there's only 632.
I need one-on-one nutrition coaching.
You just gotta wait for this stupid commercial to finish. Hold on.
Profile is transforming lives with one-on-one nutrition coaching and customized plans. Profile has a plan for me, and Profile has a plan for you.
Right. Kiki Rose, I agree with you. They don't want me to hear that. They don't want any of us to hear that. Because they don't want us making something out of what it isn't. Yo, is this person still? All right, guys. Mods, do me a favor, because I can't see the chat too much. If this JD person,
what kind of vehicle is it? Oh, white 1998 Ford truck.
1998 Ford truck. That's the joyriding
I'm
situation.
not seeing the truck here. I think I'm out of this plane.
All right, yeah. If you see this Jamie person up here asking for Cherry K, like just hide them, get rid of them. You know, I'm dealing with a little crazy right now in my mod situation, as we got a little taste of in my live yesterday. I don't want to name names. No reason to do that. Just do me a favor. You see them disrupting my chat over something like that, boot them. Get rid of them. Oh, did I not change the name of the live? Hold on. My bad, guys. I changed everything except the name of the live. No, I didn't. No, I changed the name. I changed the name. It's there. All right. Hey, welcome, Old Time Radio at night. Got plenty of water. Buying this big ass water bottle is the best thing I ever did. Yo, and big shout out to Annie right now, man, because Annie's working. Annie works from home, and she's very important at her job, and she's still taking the time out to keep us updated with her updates. So big shout out to 10 to Life for that, man. Big thank you. And I know, guys, I could be a lot more entertaining right now if I was just throwing a bunch of speculation out there right now. But, it's real important that, because everything that's coming back to me is just rumor, guys. So again, I want to be clear. I would rather be wrong about someone's innocence than be wrong about their guilt. So I don't want to just start throwing things around. And mind you, nothing that I'm hearing, I want to be clear, nothing that I'm hearing directly implicates. There's no change in my opinion here. There's no change in the rumors that I'm hearing, because even these rumors that I'm hearing are not directly connecting these parents to having something to do with Summer's disappearance. So I want to be very clear about that. So not even these rumors that I'm hearing are doing that. Dude, are you kidding? I wish. And that's a great idea. First of all, I wish I could afford a drone. Second of all, and yeah, I probably could get my buddy to drive while I did that. But again, I mean, that would be, and Annie's joking clearly, guys. I mean, she's not joking about the drone, but because a drone would be probably pretty harmless. But,
Control 6 area 6001 Slidell Road, 6001 Slidell Road, from now walking in the red one.
right. I don't even want to be near there, because I don't want to even chance hindering this investigation. There are professional journalists for that, and I would leave that up to them. Now I'm going to refresh my Google, see if there's anything on the news. I'm not seeing anything yet.
338, 228.
Yeah, and I'm like 2 hours from there. I'm near Knoxville. So yeah, we don't say that name here. Yeah, Faith. I talked about that yesterday, actually. These guys are heroes, man. And it's sad, I'm of, until I know any better, there's an open investigation as to Mr. Hurley's shooting by a police officer. But until I know better, I'm going to assume that the police officer was just doing his job and doing it to the best of his abilities.
Yeah, 97 here on Lakeville Road. Yeah, 338.
See something here.
38, guys. You got that 48, go ahead.
Okay. Now, what we're hearing is actually significant to this case. Well, not necessarily to the Summer case, but the rumors that are that are circling around on social media right now, they keep saying Ben Hill Road. So we need to just keep listening to this radio channel right now. Yeah, guys, now is a perfect time to join Patreon. While we're just kind of waiting around, we definitely have fun in Patreon, guys. And yes, this community is fantastic, but it's not my community. We are all part of a much larger community. There are parts of the community that I wish would do things a little differently, but but I still consider us to be a part of a very large community that can do very good things. I truly believe that. And I did not see that Amari Nicholson's mom was arrested. That's something that that's a case that I believe Annie's been covering. All right, and people are already leaving stupid comments on my other videos. Real quick, let me go ahead and delete that. Don't leave unfounded conclusions in my comment sections, people. Don't even leave them in chat. Okay. See, Annie's on top of her cases, y'all. And not she corrected herself, but she was arrested for prostitution and possession of a deadly weapon. See what I mean? See what I mean? Right there. Jump into conclusions. We're listening to it live right now. We don't know if that's the truck. They found a truck. A truck. Not the truck, a truck. it's just annoying that I got to use my content to like undo crap. That's what I do. You know what I do is I clean horse stables. Imagine the YouTube true crime community is a horse stable and I'm just sweeping all the crap out of it. It's annoying. Thanks. Peace out. Appreciate that. You know, but it's really weird and obsessive, not who you think, that you keep making up. Who has time to keep making new Google accounts just to comment in my chat, looking for one of my mods obsessively? You're crazy. You need help. Get help. Yeah, like who does that? Like, how are you going to sit here and try to act sane when you're doing nothing but crazy stuff? Like you're showing everybody your craziness. Let me sit here and make, like, how obsessive are you that you need to like make like different and use my chat to try to contact somebody by making different Google accounts? All right, thanks, Annie. I appreciate everything that you've been doing, man. This is like awesome. You're doing you're doing us a big solid by helping us out. So we're grateful, very, very grateful to say the least.
We'll be out with those individuals walking here, but not 7th Street, Lakeville Road.
Again, people, I want to reiterate, unless I see it come from a major news source, from a professional source of journalism, it's rumor. It's pure rumor. It's a crime story. That's why I wrenched you in Prison Mike crime story, because I was like, somebody's got to go. I'm gonna need a replacement. Might as well get two. Somebody's going today. I mean, yeah, man, that was embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like that, Yeah, that was just embarrassing. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to like give some, an amateur analysis of
Brandon Rogers, white line, 430 and 22, clear plane.
Yeah, I was trying to give some amateur analysis of the first time that Candace Bly goes on camera and discusses the situation.
368. I can barely copy it. I got 2 to 6. Whenever you're ready. You got some static. You can drop. First one's going to be a Tammy Sue Huey. Second name will be a Paul Krieger.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it.
On the Tammy. First name spelling Tom Adam Mary Young. Last name spelling Henry Union Edward Young.
Well, what they're doing is they're spelling the names.
We have date of birth.
Yeah, they're spelling names right now by using so it's clear.
Tammy Huey is 5971. And on the Krieger, it is 71462.
That's what you call that phonetically? Right, military alphabet. That's the best way to
Chevrolet maroon color, Honda Castle on the Churchill. Expiration 621. This time with
I mean, we're hearing what they hear. So if it's hard for us to understand what they're saying, it makes sense for them to phonetically spell out these names, because you might mistake T for Z. So they'll say Zango or Tango, and then I don't know what Z is, but they'll, instead of saying T, they'll say Tango, so that you understand that they're differentiating one letter from another. Right. Charlie, Echo, Tango, etc. Right. Exactly. Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot. Exactly. Zulu is the Z. Anybody who's like ex-military or law enforcement, or anybody who had a job where they had to communicate with regarding public safety, and had to communicate over CB radio, that's the terminology that they use. That is the method that they use. And again, this is why we're not professionals and they are. They're trained to do this stuff. That's why we're sitting here going, I wonder what they're saying. You know what I mean? We're
5971, not on file.
Thank you for your service, Karen. That's funny. Do you yell at them when you do it, Julie Witcherman? Even they're having a hard time understanding. I heard him say, barely copy your radio.
Gotta get social for the hanging you eat.
Okay, so I muted that because they're giving somebody's social security number. I don't want their social security number out there. Now remember, yes, Beans or Bob, great point. Remember, they even said that radio contact was even difficult. Cell phone contact, not happening. But radio contact, very difficult in that area.
For David 8. That social 403-110780. If you would check that out of Michigan, please. Running out of state social. People the Annie Sue, Huey, and then the DOB, please. 44. 28 comes back on substitute. We have the white code and Norman Lehman out of Rochester. X-ray 6.2 inches. That's fine. Clear went up. 10-4. That's that lives here. I mean, 1098 they buy, but not seen a Marine Toyota on the way drive them.
God, it's so hard to make out the accent, man.
Highway 70 North, outside Rocky Hill Grocery. There for all.
My bad, guys. All right, so there's a lot of activity going on here, but I want to play this real quick.
44.
Homeowners, this incredible tip is just for you. If you owe less than $331,700.
Shut up, fool. Yeah, skip ad. Let's start this over.
Since 5-year-old, it's been more than 2 weeks since 5-year-old Summer Wells was first reported missing in Hawkins County. That search has scaled back, and investigators still don't know what happened. Caleb Perrin reports the case is getting widespread attention on the internet, and in some ways, it's making things worse.
This case seems to be getting more confusing by the hour.
Oh,
with the posts that are happening in the Facebook groups, new details that are emerging about family history.
Dozens of Facebook.
I don't know if Annie saw that.
About what could have happened to Summer. On YouTube, a never-ending stream of videos, many profiting from the views.
I've been doing my own investigations a little bit.
Oh, shut up.
Some information.
No, you don't.
About a red truck. And I didn't say anything about it because I didn't know it was pertinent or not.
Some even accusing the family and taking home videos, which we blurred here.
Was something nefarious on the agenda, or was this an accident?
There are even psychic readings.
She just vanished. And then I come home and my dog just vanished. And she's never vanished in 3 years.
So for 3 nights, I've had dreams. I feel she transferred in 2 cars.
Investigators say people are reporting the rumors as tips, and it's not helping.
That just bogs law enforcement down by having us, we have to go through and check that information and then mark it off.
Fellow church member David Dotson says it's taking a toll on the family too.
It's hard not only on the mother and father, but you're looking at 3 little boys too that are also hearing it and seeing it, and it's just people forget the human factor.
There is some good though. Online prayer groups have also formed around Summer.
They are really needing all the support they can get at this time. As you can say, the family is just completely devastated.
A nightmare with no end in sight.
The TBI is still asking for tips in this case. If you know anything that could help them, contact them.
I swear to God, people, I swear. I did not know that Annie was going to be featured on that. Oh my God. I wonder if she saw that. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to share that link. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Give me a second, guys. But she wasn't saying anything bad in that clip, which is pretty good. But they lumped her up with all those wackos. Oh man, hold on. No, I don't want to lose that article. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, I gotta send this to her. All right. Yeah. I mean, she probably does. I don't think she does. She would have sent it to me and been like, "Did you see this?" Like, I know she would have. Oh, okay. She did see it. Okay. Yeah, see, that bothers me because I agree with you, Kristen Kathleen. Um I agree with you, Kristen Kathleen. Because there are channels that are doing good. But I mean, I'm sure but you can't blame, this is the thing, is you can't blame law enforcement at this point for feeling like it's just all bad. And the fact of the matter is I mean, if think about this, if mainstream media, if it became the norm, and if YouTubers became the norm for people getting their information, well, that would put mainstream media outlets out of business. You know what I mean? Or at least it would affect business terribly. So if it was the norm, you know what I mean? They don't want that. They're not going to be like, oh, but these YouTubers are doing a great job. They're going to be like, no, you know, we want all the YouTubers to look bad. You know, so these mainstream media outlets, they don't want to give the good people credit either. You know what I mean? They're just going to make all YouTubers look bad with that piece. But yeah, I mean, I almost want to show it again. But I'm not trying to troll Annie. That's it was funny though. I was just like, whoa, hey, I feel when I played that without knowing that she was on there, like I feel like I almost feel like I walked in on her in the shower or something. Like like, oh man, oh my god, dude. That that was funny. That was super funny. And she's actually really cool about it. She was laughing too. Man, no, go look for it yourself. I'm not going to do that to Annie, man. Well, I mean, it shouldn't be because, I mean, these local news stations, this is the thing, Julie Witcherman. I get it. I get what you're saying. But Don't make me laugh harder. Oh my God. So, but here's the thing, Julie Witcherman. I have to seriously, on a serious note, like I have to give the local news stations here in Tennessee have been incredible about covering this case. They haven't thrown shade at anybody. They've just been focused on finding Summer. They've been focused on humanizing the parents. They've been focused on humanizing the parents, and really trying to keep the public focused on, and by humanizing the parents, what they're doing is keeping the focus on how important it is that Summer's found, how important it is that Summer is located, and brought home. So that's, I think that is fantastic. So all of the local news stations that I've seen covering this case have been incredible. And that's the first time I've really seen that. At least in a case that I've been covering so adamantly. So I'm just really, really grateful now. And the one news media outlet that's the national news media, Fox News, that talked about the interference from the rumors and speculation going on social media. I thought that was super responsible and great, and that helps put the word out there. So, I got to keep refreshing this because I need to know if there's anything breaking. And there's not here, guys. There's honestly not. I mean, it's messed up, dude. It's messed up that they kind of like subliminally lumped Annie up with a tarot card. I was like, oh, watching that, I'm like, oh, dude. Hey, but the good thing is that it's local news, not national. All right. At least it wasn't the Fox News that did it. You know what I mean? That was just a local news station. None of Annie's people saw that. Like, see Annie's husband talking about, hey, babe, like, did you see this? Oh my God, dude. I mean, yeah, it's on the internet, and if you're looking for it, I mean, yeah, but it's not like you can't see it. I'm just saying, you're not gonna be sitting there watching your TV in California and you're gonna be like, is that Annie? Oh my God. Hey, I'm telling you, bad publicity is good publicity, bro. Stop yelling at me, Julie Witcherman. The glare, we just have different opinions, although I am extremely happy your local news is keeping Summer's case alive. Yes, Julie Witcherman, I am too. I am very, very happy about that. Yeah, exactly. Says the glare. The glare. What the hell does the glare know about what people are seeing in California? You know what's funny is I don't watch TV, but my buddy keeps the TV out in the living room on like all the time, and it's almost always on a local news station, on a local station. Like he likes to have it like where like Family Feud is playing or something like that. And I swear I'll just be walking out there to like to walk the dogs, and then it'll say Summer Wells, and I'll stop and I'll be like, oh, what are they saying? You know, and I'm just like, man, right on. You know, like I love like every single day I'll walk out there, and whenever there's an update, a news update, you know, where they're like coming up on local blah blah blah. That's one of the headlines, man. That's one of the top stories. Is keeping us updated on that search. It's fantastic, and it's incredibly refreshing. Right, and yeah, I've been like making it a point to subscribe. Manda Mac, I've been making it a point to subscribe to my local news stations if they have YouTube channels. So that I get you know, notifications when they post something new. I forgot to text Mexi back. All right. Let's get back to okay, hold on. We're gonna get back to the
There's a whole world out there, so stop the waiting.
yeah. There's a whole world out there that just saw Annie on. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Store or website for details.
Like Valley West State, a mile on Main Street, on Broward, clear for you.
Mexi, what's up, homie? Dude, I'm so hungry. I might have to like call this off a little bit and then just jump back on, guys, when we get some updates. Yeah, that was a great interview. Guys, check out Mexi, man. He's been doing some good stuff. Some real good stuff. Dude, yo, even with the PayPal you sent me, Nicole H, I can't afford pizza. I can't. I'm not doing that. It's dollar menu, baby. That's what's happening. Mexi got here just in time. I'm running the spirit box, bro.
Don't know, I'm right to jail. 2001.
I got the spirit box going on, Mexi. Was that you that just scratched my back up? Is it you making me sick? My man, dude. My man. Hell no, no pesto tonight. Trying to go through that trauma. Going getting pesto. No, it's not a Mexi. I'm joking. It's not a spirit box. It's a scanner, dude. Mexi's like, really? Oh, I need to get off here, man. And it's funny. Mexi was just talking about how he gets delirious, like when he's hungry. He was doing that. He was talking about that like the other day. And like, it happens to me too. When I get tired and hungry, I just get silly and stupid.
Showed up there from front. He's been in the NBA. They're not sure where it's happened at. He's hit a tree, has chest trauma. Things be taking hold of the valley, trouble breathing. We're getting EMS now Friday 1.
They said, did they say they were sending somebody EMS out because somebody was having trouble breathing? Oh, really, Nicole H? That's nice, man. That's nice that they did a balloon release for Lil Hutch, man. That's good. Yo, this Brittany Gosney lady, man, like I want to see her go down so bad, but the boyfriend, I done forgot his name because I just can't stand the dude. But yeah, that dude is garbage, human garbage. I can't wait to see this guy get locked up for good. Hey, listen, Mrs. R&B, we don't need the Cherry K quotes up in here just because she happens to be chilling right now and not up in here. All right? Dude, I'm telling you. Like, I mean, I get in theory that the SpaghettiOs with hot Cheetos is good. In theory, I get it. But I'm telling you, it's not like the hot and spicy. There's no way that they're better than the hot and spicy Cheetos or the hot and spicy Cheez-Its crushed into a powder form and put into SpaghettiOs with meatballs. Gotta have the meatballs, homie. What's so funny is every time I glance at Mr. Harlan's Tales of History's Famous Burglars, like maybe it's because I'm hungry too. I'm always hungry. And I feel like it says Mr. Harlan's Tales of History's Famous Burgers. And I'm just like, man, that sounds good. That's a hell of a name for a burger joint. Yeah, James Hamilton. That's right. It is James Hamilton. How did I forget that? I remember that was a dude. Yeah. Brittany Gossie's boyfriend is James Hamilton. And forget that that's a friend of mine, man. That's the same name as a good friend of mine from back in the day, who actually currently works for Miami Ink. Great tattoo artist. If you're in Miami, go to Miami Ink. Go see Jimmy Hamilton. He'll hook you up. I mean, not with the price, but he'll make sure you get good work. Go see Jimmy Hamilton in Miami. Really, Panda? I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything important anyway. Like, so it's all good. You bark all you want, Panda. Mrs. R&B's like, hi, Panda, which is really funny because we all do that. Like when she's just chilling on the couch, whenever I walk by, I go, hi, Panda. Hi, Panda. That's awesome. Sweet. Yeah, there's no new updates on this, man. So, guys, I'm going to call it. All right. And then if there's any updates, I will be back on tonight. We'll go over it as soon as I hear something. Okay? Soon as I hear something, I'll be live again and we'll go over it together. Okay, guys? But I love you, and we will be doing it again very soon, my friends.